If I have a string called str equal to test, another string str1 called test. So if I do equals on these two strings, the answer will be false. The answer will be false. But if I do an equals ignore case on these two strings, the answer will be true. So let's run our program quickly. So we declare a class called string eq. We write our main method in it. What do? We declare two strings. How do we declare string? Using string class is equal to test. String str is equal to test. Right? Now if I say system.out.println str dot equals str1, right? What are we doing this? We are doing checking if two strings are equal using equals method, right? Next we do this, checking if two strings are equal using equal ignores case, equals ignore case method. What do? We say str dot equals ignore case str1, right? So now if we save it, if we save it, okay, we saved it wrong. Okay, we have a lot of errors in this. So what is the first error say? Expected this. What did we do? We missed a plus here. Does the next error say? Same thing. Semicolon expected. Alright, I think this should take care of all the errors. String eq. Okay, what is the name of our file? Name the file wrong. So if it checks what are the two strings, test with the capital T and test with a small t, right? So right now when we check with the equals method, the output is false. Why? Because capital T and small t are not equal. Capital T and small t are not equal. But if we check it with the equals ignore case method, the answer is obviously true, right? The answer is obviously true. Okay. So let's look at these two examples. This should go here. So if we say Sachin and Sachin, S1 dot equals S2 will say false, but S1 dot ignore case S3 will say true. Why? Because Sachin and Sachin have the same characters in different case. So if we say equals ignore case, I don't care if they are capital or small. Is the are the two words same? Right? What does equals ignore case mean? It means I don't care if the letters are in uppercase or lowercase, whether they are capital letters or small letters. I only care if the two words are same or not. Right? The two words are same or not. Then I use equals ignore case. Otherwise I use equals. What do I use? Equals. So next we have an equal to operator. The equal to operator compares reference and not value. What does it say? It compares reference and not values. So what does this reference mean? Right? What does it mean by reference? So let's look at this example. Uh, okay. So let's say we had the following string Sachin, Sachin, a new string Sachin. We can declare a string like this as well, right? Now, so now let's declare another string called str1 equal to equal to test new string test new string test, right? We declare a new string called test. Okay. Now if we check, are these two strings equal? What will be the output? What will be the output? What will be the output? The output would be checking if two strings are equal using equals. We say st, okay, this has to be str2 now. How do we say? Str2 dot equals str. We compile it using Java C and then we run it. It says checking if the two strings are equal, false. Why? Str, capital T and small t. But if we make it as str1, we save, we again compile it and then we run it. It says that these two are equal. Now coming back to the example for equal to equal operator. Now let's see what do we have. String s1 is equal to Sachin, s2 is also equal to Sachin, right? But s3 is equal to new Sachin. Now whenever Java sees two literals which are same, which are exactly the same, right? What does it do? It creates a common memory for them, right? It does not repeatedly create that string again, right? So it is stored in the same memory location. Okay, so when we compare them, their reference as in where they are stored is same. So what happens is Java creates a place in the memory and stores such in there, right? Then it creates two variables. S2, S1, and both of them refer to the same thing in the memory. Both of them refer to the same thing in the memory, right? But when we say new string Sachin, it creates another object. So let's look at a new example for this. Public class string equal to example, public static void main string as, right, string s1 is equal to Sachin, string s2 equal to Sachin, string s3 equal to new string Sachin, new string Sachin. Now let's compare them. S1 equal to S2, system dot out, S2 equal to S3, right? Let's run this first and see what is the output. So it says S1 and S2 are equal, true. S1 and S2 are equal, true. But S1 equals to equal to S3, it says is false. Why? When we say new string, Sachin is created in a common place, and both S1 and S2 refer to the same memory, right? But in S3's case, what happens is we use new string, which allocates a different memory location and creates a new object of class string. So we get a new object. Simply if we say s2 dot equals s3, s2 dot equals s3, what will happen now? Will it be true or false? True. Why? Because equals method checks the content of two strings, whereas equal to checks the reference for the two strings. Is it okay? Are there any doubts? Are there any doubts? Please, I'll pause here for 2 minutes. Please look at it and let me know if there are any doubts. Okay, let's continue. Then we have the compare to operation. So what does compare to do? The compare to method compares two value lexicographically and returns an integer value that describes if the first string is less than, equal to, or greater than the second string, right? So let's look at an example to better understand it, and then we'll go through the details. Public class string come, public static void main string x string str is equal to test, and string str1 is equal to test, right? Now let's say system.out.println str dot compares to str1, str dot compares to str1. How do we compile it? Java C string filename dot java compares to, okay, it is not compares to, it is compared to, says minus 32. Minus 32. How did we get minus 32? Right? To understand this, let's keep these other values, right? And then rerun it. What is the output? It's minus 32 again. Why? So remember we did ASCII values yesterday. So what is the ASCII value of capital A? It is 65. And what is the ASCII value of small a? It is 97. So when we say str compared to str1, it simply subtracts 65 from 97. It's, hello. It subtracts 65 from 97 and we get 32. So if we have two strings, what will it do? It will add the ASCII value of all the characters. It will add the ASCII value of all the characters and give the output. What will it do? It will add the ASCII value of all the characters and give the output. Right? Alright? Is this clear? So if we reverse it, what should be the output now? 32. It changes to 32. So now let's have A, B and A. Right? So now let's look at the next example. So it says Sachin and Ratan. It says S1 compared to S2 is 0. Right? So the important thing to note is it only compares the first thing. If they are not equal, so let's say if I have A, C, right? If I have A, C, it says 33. Why? A and A are equal. If A and A are equal, it will go and look at the next value. It will go and look at the next value, right? So let's say I have A, B, C and I have A, B, D. So what will be the answer for this? The answer will be 1. Why 1? A and A are equal, they cancel out. B and B are equal, they cancel out. Then we have C and D. Then we have C and D. ASCII value of C is 65, 66, 67. ASCII value of D is 68. So it becomes 68 minus 67, right? So what does it do? If Sachin and Sachin are equal, if I say compare to, it will be 0. If I compare S1 with S3, what will happen now? Difference is in first letter. Difference is in first letter. So as an example, if we say Sachin and Ratan, now my first characters are different, right? So it will give a difference of the first characters itself, right? It says str1 is r smaller than s, and what is the difference? -1. So it just returns -1. So if I make it as small r, then what will be the output? Minus 33, 31, sorry. R is greater than S. So, sorry, excuse me. So this should be minus 33. Why? The ASCII value of S would be 32 plus 1 greater than capital R. Right? So it will give the difference that ways. Is this clear? Is this concept clear? Let's revise it again. It compares the characters of two strings one by one. If the first characters are same, it compares the second, right? Till the time two characters are not same. If every character is same, then it says 0. Otherwise, the position at which the characters are not same, it gives the ASCII value difference. ASCII value difference of the two characters, right? ASCII value difference of the two characters. Now next is string concatenation. So in Java, string concatenation forms a new string that is a combination of multiple strings, right? That is the combination of the multiple strings. Now there are two ways to concat strings in Java: using the plus operator, using the plus operator, or using the concat method, right? Using the concat method, right? So in Java, we can concat two strings. So we have been concatenating strings using this plus, right? So let's look at an example. Public static void string example con public static void main string args, and then we say we have a string called s1 which is equal to hello. Then we have a string called s2 which is equal to world. Now let's say I do s1 plus s2, right? S1 plus S2. Now what will happen here? Will S1 get updated or S2 get updated? So what will happen here? Why don't you take 2 minutes, revise the previous concepts and tell me if S1 will get updated or S2 will get updated, or none of them will get updated. Why don't you take some time and explain it to yourself? Will S1 get updated? We have already covered this part. None of them will get. I want an answer from one of you. So who can answer this question? When we do S1 plus S2, which of these three scenarios will be the result? Who can tell me this answer? Anybody? You can type A, B, and C in the chat box as well. A, B, or C in the chat box. What will be the answer? Okay. So the answer is C. None of them will get updated, and still hoping one day one of you will answer, or at least ask a doubt. Why will none of them get updated? Why will none of them get updated? Because strings in Java are, answer is C, because strings in Java are immutable. So in order to concatenate them, I'll have to create a new string object, or use an existing one. Now S2 will get updated. Now S2 will get updated. What will the value of S2? Hello world. It concatenates two strings, right? So the same example, if we have string S plus Sachin plus Tendulkar, it gives us Sachin Tendulkar. Now, again with the concat method, let's look at an example. Public static void main string args string s1 is equal to hello, string s2 is equal to world. Now I take another variable s3 and I say call s1 dot concat s2, s1 dot concat s2, string con method dot java, system dot out dot println s3, system dot out dot println s3. So what will be the output? Hello world. It joins these two strings. The output is hello world. So now we have another methods called for used for string searching. We have methods used for string searching. What are these methods? These methods are index of. What does index of do? It searches for the first occurrence of a string. It searches for the first occurrence of the string, right? Then we takes index of x comma y. What does this do? It searches the first occurrence of x after position y. After position y, right? So let's look at what do we mean by these two. Let's look at the examples for them. Mhm. This is a test string with a lot of dummy words, and we will search this string using the index of method, right? Excuse me, sorry. String search dot java. Okay, now what do we have here, right? So now what do we want to do? Let's say we want to search for, so let's first thing, let's do this. Let's write the index here: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Thank you, SBG College, but isn't it a little too late? Still, thanks for answering. My screen is stuck. Just give it a few seconds. Okay, let's do it again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. For some reason, it gets stuck after 10, 20, 30. Okay, fair enough. And we know that we will not do it. So let's take a smaller example because this editor is not ready to go for a long line. So let's update an example to a small example. So let's say this is a test, a string. Don't look at the grammar part. Somebody just message. This is a test, a doing string, a test, a. Okay. So now,
It's 3 o'clock.
because we have smaller numbers, so we can number them easily. Okay. Now we have index starting from 0. The index always starts from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Right? Now, what were we doing? System dot out dot println the index of a is, what is the index of a? Let's see, str dot index of a, right? Let's just give a. Let's just give a. Java C string search dot Java. Okay, did not save it. We did. We have string search. Okay, sorry. Java C string search dot Java, and we have errors. So what is that? What are the errors? It says expected something. We forgot the plus sign to concatenate the two things. And then it says the spelling of system is wrong. So we correct the spellings and then we do string search. And it says index of A is 8. Is it correct? Yes. The index of A is 8. Right? So it gives me the index of a particular word. Now let's look at the index of A after 8, after offset 8 is, what do I want? I want the second occurrence. Now I know what is the first occurrence. Now I want the second occurrence of this word. So I say after index 8. After index 8. Okay, it includes 8 as in, so let's say 9. It says 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? It says 15. So this offset 9, it will also include in the search string. It will also include in the search string. Now, Now here's the question. How do we write a program to find the second index, the index of second occurrence of a character in a string? So what does it mean? If it means, if the string is A B C D E A, and if I say find the second occurrence of the word character A, it should give me 0 1 2 3 4 5. 0 1 2 3 4 5. Why don't you try this program? So how do we write a program to find the index of the second occurrence of a character in a string? Can you guys try this program? I'll give you 5 minutes. Try it out and then we'll see how to do it. When you go for an interview, they'll ask you these questions, but in the second or the third round, they'll ask you to write problems to solve Java problems or solve logical problems using programming, right? One such question is, how do we find the second occurrence of a character in a string? Think about it for 5 minutes. You'll find the answer in this program itself. I hope at least one of you was able to solve it. Let's see now. How can we do? So right now we saw to find the first occurrence, we use this, we use this, right? So what do we say? System dot, in order to find the second occurrence, we simply have to do this, right? And how do we get this? We get this using this. So in short, to write it in one line, we simply say dot dot print ln the second occurrence of A is str dot index of A, comma, what do we need here? We need str dot index of the first occurrence, but we notice what? If we just give the first index, it prints the wrong value. So we say this. So we compile it and it says the second occurrence of A is 15. So what did we do? We said index of the first occurrence from the offset of the first occurrence plus 1 will give me the second occurrence. Is this clear? Are there any doubts? Do you want me to explain this again? How did this work? Do you want me to explain this again? Okay. Let's look at the next method. The last index of, so what does the last index of do? Now the first index of searches from the starting. Index of searches from the starting. The last index of will start searching from the end. So start searching from the end. If I say system dot out dot println the last occurrence of A is str dot index of A, sorry, last index of A, last index of A, which is 31, which is 31, 31, right? Similarly, we have another method. This method is overridden. This method is overridden. What does it mean? We have string class has more than one method with the name of last index of. Now I want the second last occurrence. What will I do? A is str dot last index of A, comma, I know 31 is the last, so I get start from 30. Start from 30. It says 24. Does it say 24? Where is 24? Here. Right? Now, try this please. 2 minutes. How do we find the second last occurrence of a character? Same as before, but a small change. Second last occurrence of a character in a string, a Java program. we do it like this. The second last occurrence of A is str dot last index of A, comma, what do we need? We need to pass the offset -1 of the last index of A of A of A -1 -1. What does it say? 24. So how do we find it? Second last occurrence of A is, let's find for T. What do we say? Find the last index of T starting from the last index of T -1. So it goes here. First it executes this, right? It finds it as 29, subtracts 1, gives start from 28. Find the last occurrence of T, second last occurrence of T, and it is T. The answer is 26. The answer will be 26. Look at it again. First it goes, so my method is this. What does it do? First it comes here and solves this, right? What is the last index of T? It goes, looks, and it finds it at 29. Find it at 29. Then it says, find 29 minus 1, 28. Start from 28 and find the last occurrence of T, which is nothing but 26. It gives the answer as 26. Gives the answer as 26. Is it clear? Okay, let's continue. So, let's look at this new example that we have. So it says void print graphics string str. We have a string wish over here. Now it says from index 0, right? From index not equal to -1, find the index of from index, right? So what will it do? What will this program do? What will this program do? So let's look at it. So we have from index. We have from index, right? So now what do we do? Count is 0. We are counting is starting from 0. From index 0. Is from index equal to -1? No, it is 0. It goes in and it finds the index of ER starting from index, starting from first. What does it find? It finds it here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It finds it at 8, right? It gives 8. Is 8 equal to -1? No, it is not. So it goes increments 1 from index plus plus from the next, right? Then it starts from R. Start from R, right? Now what will this do? What will this do?
It will again look for ER. Where will it find? Here. Then it will set it here. What will be the value of count? What will be the value of count? The value of count will be 2. Let's try this program out. So what do we have? We have a variable called count equal to 0. We have a variable last index of equal to 0, right? We have a string str is equal to wish you were here, right? Now what do we say? While last index of, or let's just say index of, not last index of, index of is not equal to -1. When will it be -1? When we don't find the string. The index of is equal to, what is index of equal to? Index of is equal to str dot index of mm, mm, str dot index of what? Er comma index of. Now if we say if index of is not equal to -1, count plus plus index of plus plus, right? Count plus plus index of count plus plus. What will this program basically do? It will find the last in how many times a word has occurred in the pattern is occurring in a given word. What is this program for? Number of times a word pattern occurs in the given word. So if we look here, what will happen? Index of is 0. It will start starting from the first word. So what will be the index of value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will be 10, right? It will be 10. Count plus plus, index of plus plus, right? So first value is 10. We increment count by 1 and we set it to 11. Now from here we again look for ER. Where do we find it? 12, 13, 14, 15. We find it at 15, right? Now 15 bole, now 15 means not again to 1. Again we increment count by plus plus. Now after this 15, will we find ER again? Will we find ER again? No, we will not find ER again. We will find only RE, right? So the value of count will be 2. The value of count will be 2. Mm. So we found ER 2 times. Now let's modify this a little. Let's look for ERE. Let's look for ERE. Now what have I done? The first ERE will be found at the same location. I'll set it to R. Then RE does not match. Then again ERE will be matched. I'll again set it to R. Then again ERE will be matched. right? What will be the output of this program? Count of ERE is 3. So what does this program do? It finds the occurrence of all, if I counts the number of times a particular string occurs in a given string. Counts the number of times a given string occurs in a different string. Right? What does it do? It counts how many times does a given string occurs in the string. So now we have parsing strings, right? So what do you mean by parsing strings? So strings can be parsed using the string tokenizer class, right? String can be parsed using the string tokenizer class, right? So the default delimiters. What are delimiters? So what does we mean by string tokenizer? String tokenizer means dividing the string. String is made up of words. Words are made up of characters. So dividing the string into small parts, dividing the string into smaller parts based on a delimiter. What should be the criteria for division? So division can be space, tab, new line, or return. Space, line, new line, or return. So by passing delimiters, we can pass a lot of strings. So what are the constructors in the tokenizer method? So tokenize the string based on default delimiters, tokenize the string based on a specific set of delimiters, or tokenize the string based on specified set of delimiters with a boolean flag whether the delimiter should also be returned as token. So we have three types of constructors. What does the first constructor do? It tokenizes the string based on the default delimiters. What are delimiters? Delimiters are the criteria with which, meaning from the point where the string should be divided. Like I have a string called this is a word. After this there is space. After is there is space. So if I say delimiter is space, so it will divide the string into four parts. This is a word. First part being this, second part being is, third part being a, fourth part being word. Fourth part being word. Right? What are the default delimiters? Space, tab, new line, and carriage return. And carriage return. So we tokenize on the basis of default delimiters. Default delimiters are space, tab, new line, and carriage return. We tokenize the string based on a set of delimiters, or whatever delimiters we pass. Tokenize the string based on delimiters with a boolean flag, whether delimiters should also be part of the string. So string tokenizer, we have three constructors. String str, it creates the strings with a specified string, or string tokenizer str, and we can specify what is the delimiter, and then we can specify the return value. And it has the following functions, but first let's look at the example. So string tokenizer st is equal to new string tokenizer, my name is Khan, right? We can do it like this. It will create a token. So let's see. Right? What do we have now? We declare a new tokenizer class. So we simply say string tokenizer, string tokenizer, st is equal to new string tokenizer. This is a test. This is a test, right? Now, what all methods are there in the string tokenizer class? It has more tokens, next token. So let's say we want to count the tokens, right? So we simply say system dot out dot println token in str st dot count token. Now this program will give us an error. Let's look at it. This program should give us an error. It says I cannot find the class string tokenizer. Why can't it find the class string tokenizer? Right? It says I don't know what is class tokenizer. So string tokenizer is included in a special package. It's included in a special package called util. So what does it mean? It means every class in Java is a part of a package, right? So if we want to use a particular class in a class which is defined in some other package, which is not in our package, we want to define a class which is not in our package, what do? We go and call that class. Simply say import java.util.string tokenizer. Simply say import java util.string tokenizer. Boolean. Where did I use Boolean? Okay. Count tokens. It is count tokens. Right? Count tokens. So the tokens in here are 4. By default, it split the string using space. It split the string using space. Okay? So now let's have a string called str is equal to this is a tokenized string, right? And instead of having this here, we pass str. We pass str and we say the delimiter for dividing the string is not space, it's I. It is I. So every time you see an I, you divide this string. Now let's run it. It says 5. How 5? First division, second division, third division, and fourth division. Right? So it chops the string from this, this. Right? Now let's now let's now let's see how can I get all the tokens from this class. So I simply say next token, right? So I write
while st dot has more tokens. What does this method return? This method returns a Boolean value. It returns a Boolean value. It checks if there are more tokens available. It checks if there are more tokens available. I say system dot out dot println. Give me the next token. Give me the next token. What does the next token do? It returns the next token from the object. From the tokenizer object. It returns the next token from the tokenizer object. Now what will happen? Let's see. Let's run it and see. So tokens in str 5. The first is th s. Now you see wherever there was a I, that is gone, right? That is gone. Now if I say true, if I say true, what does that true mean? That true in that constructor means whether I should include the delimiter or not. Now delimiter has become another token. The token count has increased to 9. The token count has increased to 9, right? Now this is your task. You are given a string. You have to count the number of words in that string. How will you write a program? Write a program in Java to count the number of words in the given string. What is a word? Example, this is a test, has 4 words. What are the words? This is a test. It has 4 words. Right? I'm not asking you to count alphabets, I'm asking you to count words. Can you guys try writing a program to count the number of words in a given string? I'll wait for you guys. Try it out.
So this program is very simple. Count word, public static, static void main string args string args string str is equal to, this is a test string for counting words, right? Import Java. So what do we write? Import java dot util yeah, java dot util dot string tokenizer string tokenizer st is equal to new string tokenizer new string so it will be new string tokenizer str system dot out ln st dot count tokens st dot count tokens, right? So we want to split on the word space. So now let's see what does that give. Sorry, save this first. Count words dot java. Count words dot java. Java count words. 8. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so there are 8 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 words in this program. Alright, so let's look at the example. String tokenizer. While st has more tokens, I can print all the tokens as well. I can print all the tokens as well. Alright. Any questions from today's class? Any questions from today's class? No doubts? No doubts today? Any doubts, any questions, any queries? Please go through everything again and ask. Okay then, write a program for me then. Which program will you write? write a program to write a program to find all the index of find to print write a program to print all the index of a given character, right? So if I say this is a test a cat a rat a, you should print. If I say a, then you should print all the indices this and this for a. You print all the indices for a. How will you write this program? Try it out, please.
So what do I do? Yeah. What do I do? I simply take a variable called last index. I initialize it to 0. I say find till you don't find anything. When we don't find anything, what we do? If we say the last index is -1, right? I say last index is equal to, I don't need the string tokenizer class as well. Simply say last index is equal to str dot index of a from last index, right? Now what will this do? I'll say system dot out dot println last index. Now what will happen? Now what will happen? It will go, we'll say 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 9 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So what will it do? First it will go, it is 0, it will start searching from here. Where will it find the first A? At index 8. So this will become 8, it will print 8. Then is it equal to -1? No. Then is it equal to -1? No. Last index is not equal to -1. And it will again start from, I need to increment it, otherwise it will always be 8. It will always be 8. Then we start from here. We'll find it at 15. Then we start from here. Find it at 22 and then finally 28. Let's look at the output. Okay. I did not declare this variable. Now what is the issue? What did I do wrong here? Why did it go into an infinite loop? You see, it is becoming -1 if last index is not equal to -1. Why? Why is this necessary? Because if I don't do this, what happens? As soon as it becomes -1, when will it become -1? When it will not find any other A. It will say -1. When it becomes -1, I again come here and increment it to 0. It again starts. What does it? 8, 15, 19, 22, 25, 8, -1, 8, 15, this. Right? Again starts. So, right? And I only print it if it is not equal to -1 as well. I don't want to print -1. So let's run this. 8, 15, 19, 22, 25, 28. Right? 8, 19, 15, 22, 25 and 28. 8, 19, 15, 20, 15, 22, 25, 28. Alright, we match. Is it clear? Any questions? Any questions, guys?